meant to say it yesterday, Brandon. They had a sale on Echoes on Amazon during Christmas time.
Yeah.
So I got an Echo Dot for like $30.
Oh my gosh, those things are great. I have one. That's my Alexa device.
And my parents, my mother's best friend got my parents the Echo Series 2, the tall one, like the giant soda can.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I've been wanting one of these, but I've never gotten the time to just get one. So I'm like, screw it, they're cheap, and I'm gonna get one right now.
Do you play with your speakers on, or do you play with a headset?
I play with headsets, so you don't have to worry about it.
No, I was just gonna tell Alexa to start the robot apocalypse. All right,
Alexa, start the robot apocalypse.
I'm not sure.
Not sure about that. Alright, we are about to get started. My broadcaster is going, and everything is going pretty fine.
She does have a self-destruct if you ask her to.
Is somebody attacking your puppers?
That's not mine, that's my dad's.
Oh, okay.
Beagle. And he's just being annoying. I'll mute my mic.
My dog never.
Alright, so welcome back to the Ilderon Tales. This is Group F, Sand and Shadows. Tonight we have most of a party. I will be controlling Hunter. Everybody else is present. Okay, so when we last left this... let's get started the way we always do. We are playing D&D. D&D is a Dungeons and Dragons is a role-playing game. Everything you are going to see tonight is live storytelling. Nothing is planned, and I stopped putting as much effort into writing the storyline, so nothing is really railroaded either. All the die rolls, everything you're going to see, it's just going to be whatever happens. Moving from there, we're playing in a homebrewed campaign setting called Ilderon. It is a world about the size of medieval Europe, and lots of different cultures and people just smashed into these small regions. And the thing that characterizes the world is that all of it is plane locked, and all of the gods and greater planar beings all have to basically roam the same plane with the mortals and their subjects. And with that, it provides a lot of interesting conflicts and a lot of interesting religions and how they shape culture. Where we are playing tonight is a region called the Darkened Vale. It is ran by the Undying Empress, who I don't think I need to get this far in depth. Anyways, the nation is occupied by mostly undead citizens. However, there are a myriad of people with souls who travel through the desert and through the sands to come to the Darkened Vale just to trade with the eternal citizenry. As people in the Darkened Vale don't age or don't die, they have lots of historical relics and things that people like trading goodies for. And moving from there, our group tonight is called Sand and Shadows. It is a collection of adventurers who were in a border fortress of the Darkened Vale called Fort Dalewatch. It is one of those, it is a military fortress turned trading hub, where a lot of people come into the edge of the, edge of the heart of the desert and do a lot of trading and do a... Basically, if they need to get from the south to the north of the desert, Fort Dalewatch is like the place. I don't know what that's called, like an oasis or hub or entranceway, but I'll have to look for the word. Anyways, Outpost. There we go. Yeah. This group's storyline of Olivia, the Lost, is a horrific figure from history who is one of the original Terrai, one of the original people of this undead race, and she is a powerful necromancer that was killed twice by two different gods. She has returned to the world, and nobody knows why she's back or what she's doing. And it's kind of a scary moment for the Darkened Veil. That said, the Darkened Veil was formed by people who betrayed her, undead that betrayed her, and there are people within the Darkened Veil who have begun worshiping her and praising her return. These people call themselves the Ilderon, and they are starting to make become a real nuisance politically for the local authorities and the people trying to keep the Darkened Veil in order. And so the Relistrate of Fort Dalewatch put out an order for anybody who can capture these people, bring them in, or provide any information with them, he's going to pay them some money. And that's where the party came together and bonded over. So while looking for this, they found a woman who was loosely connected to some of the kidnappings that the Ilderon had been doing. And she was in hiding, fearing for her life. This woman, while they were investigating, they found out that she wasn't who she said she was, and she was actually a thief in the region. She had come to steal a book from a chantry from the Chantry of Unity. It is a chantry that worships the water god. She had stolen the book and was trying to get out of the region and couldn't find a safe way to do so and reconnect with her bandits before she was interrogated by the party. So that is where last session picks up from, with that just awful, torturous investigation. From there, the party decided to investigate the person that she was working for, that she got close to, a man by the name of Algoris Moonshine. He is missing. He was kidnapped by the Ilderon, and while investigating his quarters, the Ilderon captured him potentially at the start of the week. While investigating his quarters, they found out that he hadn't occupied those quarters in potentially weeks or months. And so they found writings that he was in dealings with a Heimsdale town, negotiating with a man by the name of Sword Captain Talcor on behalf of the Relistrate, and on behalf of Sword Captain Talcor. Basically, potentially committing treason. That said, Algoris went missing and his writings were all that remained. The party split up, and Mud and Ginhill went into the paths below the fortress to investigate the corruption that might be seeping into it, because somebody was kidnapped out of the safe confines of the fortress. And there are a myriad of tunnels and strongholds underneath this place. So we are going to pick up with Mud going into those tunnels. And I will explain that a little bit more for you, Shelby. The basic idea was the party was going to go into the paths all as a group. But since they found this other lead from investigating Chuskin, the thief, they decided to split up and let Mud and Ginil take the paths and see if anything's down there. And then the rest of the party went and investigated the inn room. So I am going to move us over. And I want to change the music. What is this? I'm fine with this. All right. Oh, do I have a cave? Give me 1 second. I'm gonna move us to another page. that is more reminiscent, although you might recognize this one. Anyways, alright. So, you are being led into the paths below Fort Dalewatch. These paths are a set of interconnected winding tunnels that go through old catacombs of the Dead Empire the Darkened Vale sits on top of. And they wind all through the desert, and the Agram Guard use these paths to basically navigate through the Darkened Vale and ambush invaders and would-be forces in the night. They are extremely difficult to walk through, and sometimes potentially dangerous. That said, the areas under each fort are oftentimes well controlled, and the one under Fort Dalewatch should be under very high control. You are led into these. You're led down in a winding path, almost spiraling below Fort Dalewatch. This one looks like it was. This one looks like it was dug, and not so much as like the regular tunnels that you're used to when you travel through here. And you are going to be brought to this colossal open stone door that leads into this chamber that's shaped almost like a upside down beehive. Stepping in here, you see probably about 6 different layers, and on each layer there are exits that go off into darkness. And you also see down here siege equipment on each of these layers. On 3 of them, there are going to be doors just as tall as the one that is open that you came into. This center area is going to... Would they have a dining hall down here? I feel like they wouldn't have a dining hall in this center area. This center area is going to be there's going to be like a barracks in this or not a barracks, a training yard in the center area with about let's roll a d10 of people. I'm rolling 2d10 actually. With about 13 people training in this area. And by people, I mean the various assortment of Darkened Vale guards. Mostly zombies, and then some some more powerful Terai who have skeletons and other things under their control. All training in this central area. This whole chamber itself that you walk into, let's see, you come in to here. This first floor in diameter is going to be about 300 feet. And then the next floor gets, about 50 feet on either side, so it's about 400 feet, and it just goes up and up and up and widens. Providing light down here is... They would not need light. Only some of them would, so there'd be torches in the upper levels, but for the most part, it's near darkness.
Yeah, I wouldn't need it. I have the Warlock's dark vision.
Oh, so you have super dark vision. The Warlock's one lets you see in magical darkness, correct?
Correct, yeah.
Alright, give me 1 second to bring up something. Group D, Group C, side stories, Group F, NPCs, Genil. Alright, Genil is with you. She is going to cling to your armor, and she's going to cast light on her staff, or on her mace. And she's gonna say, it's so chilly down here. I don't like it.
Be careful not to scuff the armor, please. It takes me a while to keep it shiny.
She does not loosen her grip.
I'm gonna move into the middle of the room. You said there's a training grounds. How many people are trained?
13 actual people. However, it seems about 3 of them are necromancers and have skeletal and zombie hordes. So I'm not counting the skeletons and zombies, but altogether it'd be about 25 people, or 25 creatures in this central yard.
And question, I kind of did miss it. We're trying to investigate the cave where the girl was kidnapped, right?
Yes. This is the main chamber underneath Fort Dale Watch. These are the paths. Everything that leads off of here, these various doors and tunnels, are routes to take to different cities in the Darken Vale.
Okay, so this is just the hub where I can go to find that.
Yes, that's a good word for it. The hub. This is a hub.
Yeah, okay.
This is how the paths are orchestrated. Underneath each fortress, there's a hub like this.
I'm gonna go to. Is there anybody that looks like they're in charge, that they're directing all of it?
I remember why that name was there, and I'm sorry. I need to clarify something real quick. And I apologize about this.
Okay.
I told you guys at the start of the session the wrong information. The beggar that last session Constance gave a beggar some food. The beggar she gave stuff to is a lady by the name of Machara. Completely disregard that other name I gave you. Anyways, can you ask your question again?
Yeah, is there somebody looks like they're in charge of what's going on right now in the training?
Out of these people here, yes, there is. There's going to be a path scout. And it would just be this person's job to, direct people going through the first floor of this place, and we're gonna roll them up randomly. Yeah, you're gonna walk up to Path Scout Thadali, and he's gonna be watching over this training yard. Less interested in the actual sparring going on, and more just like surveying like who's gonna make it out of this lot. He's got a smile on his face, and he's almost taking a little bit of pleasure in this. But he is occupied watching, and if you walk up behind him, he's just gonna like cast an eye your way, then point to the training yard and say, none of these magic users or necromancers have any footing about them. Makes me uncomfortable having them down here as scouts. Couldn't get away from what would they have here? Vampanden. If it was tied down.
They that bad then, huh?
He nods and says, Empress escort, pushing into our domain. And he's gonna take note of Mud and bow and say, Master Guard.
I'm going to nod / salute, whatever's proper there. And I tell him, Empress be with you. I came here on business. I'm looking for where the one child got abducted. I want to see if there's any clues to what happened there. You don't happen to know where that is and have somebody that can show me, do you?
He's gonna nod and say, Savannah was always kept down here. Captain Valissa didn't trust the people passing through the fortress or any of the guards up top. And he's gonna start leading you. Do you follow him?
Yeah.
As he's walking, he's gonna say, she was still a vampire, but human. She had a soul. Still had to eat, if not blood, food.
Yeah, Mud's gonna be like, don't we all? Don't we all?
He nods and says, and that's why Terai come to the Darkened Vale, to stall the hunger. Poor cursed child, born in the beautifulest place on earth and still born with a hunger.
I actually gave up not having hunger at all for the hunger, but it was a worthy cause, and I'd do it again 3 times over.
He nods and says, "Your valor is to be commended." He's leading you to what appears to be a new addition to this place. It is a carved out tunnel, much like the one you came through, although significantly smaller. Opening it up, this room is about 35 feet in width, front to back, and there is... Can Mud smell? Does he have a sense of smell?
I would say no.
Okay, yeah. I was gonna say, I feel like that wouldn't be one of the senses he has. Stepping into this room, this is gonna be more classically what Mud is used to, as far as well, not used to, but what he saw when he was a Heimsdale soldier. There are tables in this room. There are chairs, although the tables and chairs look archaic. They do not fit with the decor of this room, as they're made out of ceramics. Like this whole table might be made out of like clay or cast stone. And there's a hearth in this room, although it is unlit. If anything, this looks like a dining hall to Mud. And he's gonna point and he's gonna say, Savannah was eating breakfast when she was when we lost her.
Was there anybody guarding her?
He's gonna shrug and say, Felissa, one of the mages of the Empress's courts, but she was the one who alerted us to her missing.
Well, I am gonna look around then.
All right. What do you want to look for?
Before that, Mud's gonna be like, how many people have been in this room since she was been abducted?
Let's see. He's gonna roll an intelligence check, and he's gonna scratch his head and say, you, me, Felissa, Path Captain, Valus, that last of yours, pointing to Ganil, Freighter, and I think that's about it. Don't have a bunch of people who need to eat down here, so he shrugs. No real reason to keep the dining hall occupied.
Fair enough. There's not a lot of us that actually need to eat right now, is there? I am going to look for signs of a struggle. Should I do like an investigation check or?
Yeah, go ahead and roll me a investigation check. Ginil is going to assist you. You can roll it with advantage, as she is going to be walking around the table and everything in here. Let me see what set of skills she has. Well, she is a researcher, so I guess it'd be.
Can I help her instead?
Are you sure?
Intelligence isn't my strong suit.
Yeah, not much hers either, but she'll roll it. If you provide her with the help action, she will take it. Walking around, she's just gonna be looking for clues, and then she's going to stop on the table and just get distracted and say, "These tables, are they kayak in nature?" The scout is gonna shrug, and she's gonna smile at Mud and say, "These things have to be ancient, maybe 500 years old." What were we looking for again?
Mud is going to internally sigh.
She rolled a 10 on her check.
Yeah, no, I see that. Probably wouldn't have been better for Mud. Because he didn't see any struggle, he is going to try and look for things that were left behind.
Okay. Yeah, just searching this room. As you feel like it's kind of uncharacteristic, or rather, as you look for things that are left behind, she's going to point out something to you that Mud just seems to be not even paying attention to. And she's going to say this whole place smells like mildew in here. Mud is going to be able to see on the floor around this area. Nobody's washed any of these dishes or anything that was cooked or prepared. All of that was left behind. Some of it broken, too.
And you say it smells damp and mildewy. You did say that, right?
Yes. Yes. Ganil is going to nod, and the scout captain, or the scout, is going to say, "Damn Freighter was supposed to clean out all of the food in here so it didn't rot."
Yeah, but how much water was there? I mean, the girl didn't drink that much, did you? He's
gonna gonna nod and, or he's gonna nod and salute and say, "I'll take care of it, Master Guard." He's going to leave this dining hall area, walking back in. Go ahead.
The hell, all these help. They always walk away. Bud's
Go ahead.
gonna say, "Hold up there."
He stops.
Come back here for a moment.
He's gonna turn around, and it's worth noting. I only described the room you guys were in. There is the kitchen of this area where the food was prepared. He was walking towards a door deeper into this area, but he's going to walk back to you.
How, were you ever here when the kid was eating here?
He's gonna, well, actually, I'll just roll him a percentage die for it. He doesn't really have a reason to. And he's, gonna say, "I had a conversation, with her once or twice. I have no interest in politics, though."
I see. How much food and drink was she given? Do you know that?
He's gonna, scratch his head and says, "Geez, must have been at least 100, maybe 80 years since I've, last eaten or been around somebody who had to. I don't really leave down here much, but I'm pretty sure it was an adequate amount."
Alright, where is this kitchen?
He points to the door he was walking towards. And
Mutt's gonna walk into that door.
Alright, walking back to that door, it is going to be a storeroom with a with the makings of probably a kiln, maybe an oven. It's another ceramic furnishing where the food was probably being cooked. More dishes and things thrown on the floor. However, in the center of the floor, there is going to be there's going to be an outline of flesh. Like, what's the best way to describe this? It looks like there's enough flesh there to be a person. However, it is just a pile of rotting flesh. Genil is going to, like, as you step in, hand over her mouth, turn around, and close the door, leaving you in there.
Well, this is quite interesting.
Stepping into the room, the Thedali is going to follow behind you and say, "Damns, someone took that skeleton." Looking at the flesh pile.
What is this from?
He shrugs and he's gonna say, "I don't know, but and he gestures to outside and says, when the mages of the Emperor's court raise a skeleton, he points at the pile and says, the remains look just like this, flesh ripped from bone." And he's gonna look around at all of the rotting food on the shelves in here, and the broken ceramic ware, and he's gonna say, "Damn, that's Fradier. It's gotta be." And he's gonna look to Mud and say, "That's the woman I sent in here to clean up the food. I'm sorry, Master Guard. This will be taken care of right away." He salutes. He steps out of the room.
So just so I understand, we have a dead body that was the lady that was supposed to clean this all up.
Yes.
Okay. Any exits or anything around?
No.
There than the one I went.
Yeah, it is a hollowed out. It's almost like they chiseled this room into the stonework and then, turned it into a dining hall.
I'm gonna look for a hidden door.
Okay. Looking for a hidden door. As you rummage around in here, moving through stuff, you're gonna see something strange for this place. Almost a weird reason why the smell wasn't overwhelming. Well, no, because you don't smell anything. You're gonna notice something strange for this place. Looking up, you see almost a chimney. It's not connected to anything. If the kiln was supposed to the oven was supposed to have a smoke ventilation, that's probably where it would have gone. It just comes down and it's like a chute into this room.
Is the guard guy, did he leave or is he still there?
Yeah, he stepped out to go get people to clean this up.
I'm going to pop out and I'm going to ask
Ganel?
What's her name? Ganel, to summon him and tell him to bring guards.
Okay. Going and Ganel's just she'll go and get him before he can come, and he is going to grab 10 of his recruits, and out of those 10 recruits, I'm gonna roll a D4 minus 1 for how many of them are of the Empress's court. All of them are. 4 of them are, or 3 of them are. Those 3 necromancers that were out there are coming with him too. And in a few moments, running to this area, the scout is going to have those 3 necromancers, each armed with about 3 to 4 of their zombies and skeletons, and then he's also going to have 7 of his scouts with them. Spears in the ready, hands out ready to cast spells as they fled into the dining room, and you have a small militia inside of here at a moment's notice. Thadali is going to say, "What did you find?" Shelby?
Sorry. Yeah, sorry. I was talking while I'm not putting the push to talk. Mud's gonna say, "I believe I found the way they got in," and I'm gonna point up to the chimney, and then I'm gonna say, "I'm gonna need this place guarded, guarded until I can make a thorough check of this, and then we will need to seal this as a place of but guard this exit. Make sure no one comes through again. Can you do that for me, Vidali?
He's going to nod and say it'll be my vigilant duty. Canil is going to look up the she's going to look up the chimney and say, oh, it's a straight shot up there. We could probably climb through it, or we can try and see where it lets out.
We can attempt to climb, I guess. Yeah, I'm gonna try and climb it. What?
Before you climb it, she is going to give you a. She's going to give you guidance and say, "May Umiya guide your hands," and you can add a D4 to your check. If you don't have, well, there is nothing smooth here, so if you don't have a way to break into the stone or something, or pittons, or any like type of climber's kit. You're gonna be like, you're gonna be in this chimney, and it's wide enough for you to get your body in here and press your hands against the front wall and your back against the back wall, and just kind of like push yourself up in here, keeping that constant pressure on both sides. It is just feeling it out. You feel like it is going to be a DC. Ooh, it's going to be hard. It's going to be DC 15. A DC 15 athletics check, unless you can come up with another way to climb up here.
I'm gonna attempt it.
Alright, you can add a D4 to your roll. Alright, Mud is going to shimmy up this chimney. Oh, and getting up top here, you're going to notice it is a long climb, but it's not terribly bad. It's about 35 feet to the top of it. Just like looking down into here, if you have a rope, you can throw it down and help Ganil up, or she can stay down there and guard it. But looking around, it looks like you're in one of the paths down the chamber. Immediately behind you, it looks about 60-ish feet, and you're back inside of the hive underneath Fort Dale Watch, and then the other path stretches out in front of you. You don't know how far it goes. It turns before it gets to the end of your dark vision.
That's pretty far. I'm gonna throw down a rope down for Ganil.
Yeah, it doesn't go straight out of your dark vision. Like, you can see for about 20 feet, and then it turns a corner.
Oh, gotcha.
Alright, if you've got 50 feet of rope, she can climb up. You're gonna, having the rope is gonna make it significantly easier for her. The check for her is gonna be DC 12. She'll give herself guidance, and she will go for it. Oh, I rolled twice. I'm taking the first one. She's gonna get like halfway up these ropes and just like, I'm a scholar. It's hard to climb. Can you pull me up? As she starts sliding down.
Can I pull her up?
Yes, you can. I will rule that is something Mud is able to do, and I'll just roll you a percentage, because I'm assuming you have like more than 14 strength.
Yes.
Yeah, at about 14 strength.
Actually, no, I have 13 strength.
Okay. I'll roll you a percentage die. I'm just gonna move the check a little bit lower for it. But yeah, mostly you're just hoping she hangs on to the rope as you keep pulling, and that she hangs onto the rope and that the rope doesn't break. And so the percentage die definitely worked in your favor. She just ties it around her waist and holds on. You have a Kinhill with you. She failed that check by 1 point.
That's all. Mud's gonna lower the rope one more, and he's gonna ask for one more guard.
Just any guard, or do you want Fidali?
Actually, any of Fidali's guards, because he's gonna say, it looks like there's a hallway up here. I want to guard where this ends as well. So I want to find where the both of the I want to find these rats where they lay. If this goes back into the city, I want this documented and sealed.
Fidali is going to climb up. Like if you drop the rope back down and just hold it, just like in seconds, like a perfect PE presidential fitness test, just up that rope in like maybe 15 seconds flat. And then right behind him is another one of his scouts. As he climbs up out of the chimney and then rolls into the path, he's going to pull a short sword out and look in both directions. And then he's going to look back at the fortress and then say, "This path isn't used. It leads to a set of catacombs. It's a burial site." He puts his short sword back on his waist.
Where does Mud's gonna point away from where it turns. What he assumes is back into. He's gonna say, "Do you know where this actually goes into the city?"
So he informed you. Let me just make sure we're communicating on the right wavelength. So you'd be probably somewhere over here was the dining hall that you went into. Climbing up, and I'll do this in purple. You hit a winding path that kind of looks like this, going to the second floor of this chimney chute that goes up here. He has informed you, just from visual sight, the red arrow leads back to that circle, like beehive, like underchamber underneath Fort Dalewatch. And let's not use green because I already used green. He said it's a dead end on the other side. I'll use a white arrow that leads to a set of catacombs. This is a path that is not used.
The unused path is probably the best path. But you're saying that, and I'm going to motion towards the red arrow. You saying that is a cave that you just don't go down?
No, the red arrow is Fort Dalewatch. That is, so you were in a circular chamber, and you went, you were in a circular chamber. So the way this area is, and I'll draw this like this.
Maybe I'm not being clear here. Let me explain.
Okay.
to me, I'm in a hallway, right?
Yes.
And there's the shaft that I just climbed up.
Yes.
Right? This over here is the red.
Yes.
And this over here is the white, right? What I'm getting at is I want to know where exactly the red terminates in the circular building. In other words...
Okay, you can see where it connects to the circular building, and you can see you're on the second ring of Fort Dale Watch that you were looking up on when you entered. So it's an open hallway. You can see there's that this just like goes back and connects. Does that explain it?
That does explain it.
Okay.
I'm going to go towards the white, the cat.
Okay. Ganil is going to tug at you. Well, actually, she'll roll an intelligence check. And she rolls a 3. And she's like as you go, she's gonna keep her light on her mace, and she's gonna say, "Bud, I'm scared." She follows you.
Yeah, Mud's gonna just ignore her. And he's going to go further in. And Mud's whole thing is he's going to try and find where the hidden door is to, because it isn't a dead end. He knows it's not a dead end.
Yeah. Yeah. Looking through here. As you get deeper in here, this tunnel is going to bend and turn for maybe 40 feet until you have been stepping through grime, dust, and just areas that haven't been settled in a long time. What is Mud's passive perception?
Not as good as other characters.
Alright, Ganil is at 13.
Yes, Mud's at 13 as well.
You're, okay, so neither one of you are going to notice it until you're a good little ways in here. And then, almost as Ganil, looks down, Mud's going to notice, too, before she points it out. There are footprints going through this undisturbed catacombs, and almost a path of something being dragged.
Looks like we found where they escaped to. What do you think? Pathfinder Fidali. Sorry, I had to look up his name.
Oh, Thadali stayed behind to guard the entranceway. He didn't follow you deeper.
Oh, I thought he did. Okay, that's fine.
It's just you and Ganel. There is a you guys get to an antechamber, and in this antechamber, there are going to be runes and inscriptions over it, none of which are lit or magical. And she is going to know this language. Ganil is going to walk up to it, running her hands across the runes, and say, "It's Kayan." And she says, "It says, here lies the Kaiden Milsari, or Milrian."
Okay. Does Mud even know what that is?
No. And and she will roll a history check on it. Oh, wait, she's actually trained in history. She'll roll a history check in it, and she'll say Milrian, servants of some kind. The antechamber has a stone door on it.
Does it look like the thing at the marks that have been dragged there? Does it look like it's gone through the stone door?
They stopped abruptly at it. She's going to push against the stone and say, "It's a burial chamber. It's sealed." She, for the sake of your player reference, she rolled an 11 on a strength checks.
Let me actually try it.
All right. She'll and this is like a little bit rounded. So if you pull on one side, she can kind of get her hands on it and push in the same direction as you. So she'll give you a help action. If you are rolling that as a strength save, I said strength check, but it was an athletics check. If you're trained in athletics, you can add your proficiency to it. If you're not, then that 18 will be what it is.
I am trained in that, although the 18 was a lot better.
Wait, why is your save the same as
Oh, I probably don't have the I'm sorry, my sheet isn't all filled out, so I apologize.
Okay.
So
hold on,
what do I need?
Oh, okay,
what
okay. No, you're fine. So that 18 is going to be what it is, because it would have been +3 also, so it's the same. I just looked. You're fine. The 18 is going to be your check, and you and Ganil pushing against this thing are not, like, you might get it to budge a little bit, and just getting it to budge that slightest, you're going to feel a breeze just kind of pulling into this room. And Ganil is going to say, if we just broke the seal, that means that nobody's been in or out of there for a while. She points to the area where the wind's kind of sucking in through this crack. And it's not like a terribly heavy breeze.
I'm gonna expect the drag marks. You said the drag marks abruptly end there?
Yes.
At the door? What's around it? What's above it? Is there like a shaft going up?
A shaft going up? No, this is just an antechamber, so it's like a small little entranceway. The marks in there, inspecting them, I mean, could have been magic. Doesn't look like they go anywhere else from here. Maybe she had accomplices, or maybe they had accomplices, like, waiting to teleport or something. Which, I mean, if they're teleporting, then this is way out of your pay grade.
And I believe this is how they did it. Come on, Ganil, we're gonna go back. I think we need the hunter to look at this. I may have missed something. I figure his keen eye should be able to spot something.
Alright.
And I'm gonna head back to the dolly. And and I'm gonna tell him what I saw, and say we need to cut this off and let no one come in or out of here or the South Passage. I'm gonna be bringing reinforcements. Can you ensure that nothing happens?
Okay.
And if you can, please seal up the entrance.
Before you get a chance to say all that, like as you're walking back, you're going to see Thadali is in conversation with somebody. There is a woman with dark skin and tattered robes. Although she is dressed very nice to be down here, it looks like they are the remains of royal garments. And she is going to be having a discussion with Thadali as you step back. Do you interrupt it?
Is she my spirit?
You don't recognize her. However, the symbol around her neck would mean she's some type of holy woman to the religion of the Eternal Eye, or a member of the Empress's court. There are 3 major factions inside the Darkened Veil, all vying for.
Yeah. I'm gonna be I'm gonna be respectful and wait until they notice me. I figured they're gonna notice the mace, though.
Yeah, they're definitely gonna notice you. Stepping back into this, Thadali seems like he's being lectured, and you're gonna hear this conversation. This woman's going to say, now you tell that thick-headed path captain of yours that my court members are not to be used as simple tunnel guards. We're down here to monitor the situation going on at Fort Dale Watch and provide you with necessary services.
I'm going to interrupt and say they were doing that under my asking. Clearly, the court favors to work with the Agram Guard. They be heroes, just like you are.
And she's going to look at you and say, and we are heroes who do more without a sword.
To which I'm gonna nod and say, we needed their help, and we still need their help until we can get the people in here. And then I'm gonna look at Thadali after basically absolving him of any problems,
Yeah.
And say, isn't that right?
Thadali is going to nod and say, I was under the orders of the Master Guard. And she is gonna look at you with a glare and then say, remember, diplomacy has fared the Darkened Veil much better than war. And she's gonna turn and walk back into the main multi-tiered chambers of Fort Dale Watch. And the scout is going to say, damn, Felicia's always busting somebody's decaying balls.
To the which Mud is just going to chuckle. That lady is a ball buster, is she?
He nods. And
Well, we'll let that old battle axe get all uncomfortable all she wants. We need to fix this problem. I think I found where they're holding up at. Problem is my expertise does not lie in finding paths and knowing the way of the land. I would recommend that I bring in some more people suited for that. But until then, we need to make sure that this is not a breach in the Empress's courts. We need to make sure that her palace is secure. I hate to involve you into more problems with her. But can we get people here to seal up this that chimney and to guard this door until I can get somebody?
He salutes and says it'll be done.
You're a good man, Fidali. Don't let anybody ever tell you no either. And I'm gonna salute him.
All right. You were able to make your way back to the surface, and I think last session we ended off with the party trying to reconnect with Mud. So outside the ramp that leads down from the paths into the stables of Fort Dealwatch, the party is going to be waiting in front of the stalwart zombies, and they're going to say, "The paths are for the Agram God, are for the Agram God only." And Mud and Genil are going to be walking up from the path, entering the light of the desert, or it's the afternoon going into night. The party is all back together.
Mud. It is good to see you again. Were you able to find what we need? Any clues?
I did find something. I think I found where they escaped to, but I need some help. It is beyond my skill to know exactly which way they went after. But it looks like there was a security hole in the cafeteria where she was eating, and they grabbed her and left.
Oh, this is not good. Yes? Do you agree, Constance?
Yeah, that's not great. No.
Mud's gonna turn to Hunter and say, "You mind helping out to try and find this quarry?" Brandon, you're gonna have to play.
Oh, I was just like, yeah, why is Jackal being so quiet? Hunter, let me pull up his character sheet to get his L mannerisms. I forgot I was controlling him tonight. Alright, Hunter is going to... I love this first quote. And he's just gonna put his thumb to his chest and say, "I don't run from evil. Evil runs from me." And he's gonna start walking down the tunnel, and the zombie's gonna step in front of him and was like, "Agram God only!" And he's
But
like,
we are with the Agram God.
yeah.
I'm gonna look up and down at the guy and say, "Simmer down now. They're with me."
He steps aside.
But before we go down, I do need to. I do want to go back to the inn and collect my hounds and my my mount.
Okay. The paths are big enough to get a large mount down there. They were, used with this purpose in mind. Yeah, you are. If everybody waits on you, you're able to go back and get your mount. The whole time standing there, Ganil's going to look at the zombie and say, "So, you get out much?" He hisses at her. Otherwise, though, you're able to return.
It sounds like she has a new friend. Yeah, so... alright, so I have my mount and I have my 3 hounds.
Yes.
I'm going to feed them something. I don't know what, but I throw them some food.
Okay. You can tear a ration between the 3 hounds.
There you go.
Rations like jerky meat.
Well, I don't eat it, so that makes sense. Yeah.
All right, and so everybody heads down the tunnel. That was a question. I'm sorry.
Yes.
Yeah, I just make sure everybody is led through.
Okay. Heading into the tunnel. Same description as before. It's yes.
Before we do that, I explained to the guard that he will allow these people, even if I'm not there, to carry on my wishes through, and to not bar them again.
He's gonna look unhappy on this, but he's gonna nod and say, "It will be done, Master God." And stepping into these tunnels below, and navigating back to the second floor, you are going to notice next to the guard Thadali left. There are now 2 skeletons there, presumably belonging to the necromancers. And you are able to move past them. They watch you stepping into this hallway. The whole party, I need to look at his. The whole party is going to go down this tunnel, moving first, about 60 feet deeper into it, and then 20 feet down around the turn, winding for another 40 feet, then peter out about 20 more feet into the antechamber. In the antechamber here, there is going to be Ganil is going to Ganil is gonna light a light, and I just remembered she doesn't need it, but darkness just makes her uncomfortable, so she's gonna light it anyways.
Thank you, darling. I appreciate the gesture.
She nods and says, "It's really nothing. It's just a cantrip I learned when I needed to read at night. I could do it more often if you'd like." She casts light on something else. I don't know if it can stack.
It doesn't. It changes to the new target.
Yeah, and she's gonna look at. She's gonna cast it on your shirt, and she's gonna look at her mace stop glowing and your shirt start glowing. She's gonna say, "Oh," cast it on something else, a book on her side, and that starts glowing. She's gonna say, I wasn't aware. And she just stops, and she's gonna hold the book now as a source of light. Standing in the antechamber, there are runes along the back wall over the circular entrance, and a roundish, almost spherical door sealing this thing that's been partially pushed aside.
Sorry, could you repeat that?
Yeah, so there is you guys are in an antechamber, which is like a entranceway, to, this burial site. It is a small, 20-foot, room. Inside of this, antechamber, there is a almost spherical, door sealing off the burial site behind this wall. Going over the door in an arch are runes on the wall. Ganil deciphered them earlier. They said they're written in Old Tongue and says, "Here lies the Kaiden Milrian."
Who is this, Ilderon Tales?
She's going to gesture to Milrian and say, "Well, that means servants." And she is gonna gesture to Kaiden and say, "I've got no idea what that is." Hunter rolls a history check. Hunter shrugs and says, "Probably something that needs killing."
That's a a good guess, I assume.
Mud isn't gonna say anything right now. He's just gonna start trying to clean his armor up.
I think we need to investigate the area, yes?
That's why I brought y'all. I couldn't make heads or tails of it. I'm hoping one of you skilled individuals can. Especially that hunter fella.
Let's say, Hunter, why don't me and you take a look around, see if we can find any clues on the missing child?
Ganil is going to touch Hunter and give him guidance. And Hunter's going to roll his shoulders saying, "Don't touch me."
Hunter, don't be a... how do they say? Asshole?
He still has the effect of the guidance. I'm
helping him.
Okay, he is going to roll it with advantage then. He's going to investigate. And oh wow, that's actually a really nice roll. And he's gonna get a 25. And he's gonna notice. When looking around this room, especially at the door. He's gonna point to the little area sucking in wind. And he is gonna say it's curved, inspecting it. And he's gonna say it's and anybody looking at this closely is going to see if this was the door, and it's like this spherical marble inside of it. Like here is this doorway, and there is this sphere inside of it. The area that you guys have pulled out that is sucking wind is like this little tiny curve. Not as so much as you moved it, but maybe as if you rotated it. He's going to be able to slip about 3 fingers in it, and heave a little bit and say, "Can we move it anymore?"
I'll help him.
I think that's what me and Constance come into play, yes?
Yeah, moving heavy shit, man.
I held up a hand to high five Constance.
She'll high five you.
Ginil is going to hold a hand over Constance and say, "Can I touch you?"
Madara's gonna. How tall is Ginel?
Let us see. 5'6".
Alright. Madara's gonna not kneel but crouch down a little bit so she's closer to eye level. Give her a big smile and say, "If you're here to help us in any way, you can touch any time you want, honey."
She touches you and gives you guidance. Learning her lesson from invading people's personal space without asking from Hunter. So feeling at this door, you guys are going to feel it probably should swivel. As to how to make it do that is beyond you. But you're going to feel this check is probably at very hard to move this door, putting it at somewhere around a 20.
Oh boy.
Strength, you said?
Yes, it's an athletics check to try and move it.
Athletics? Alright. Constance, you want to give me a hand, so...
Yeah.
Alright. So I'll roll with advantage and then add the d4?
Yes. Oof.
I don't even see what the roll is.
It's a 20.
24.
Alright, you are going to heave on this door. It is not budging as it feels like something is wedging it in place. And then you're going to feel something break, snap, and then just grind. And this door's going to start moving. And as you move it, probably about after 8 inches, it gets a little smoother in its rotation. And you're going to know this stone is perfectly smooth as you rotate it around. The side that was facing you was eroded, but this side doesn't seem to have faced any wear or tear over the years. As you rotate it around, you rotate a space that is probably about 6 feet in diameter stepping into here. It is probably enough that one person can get inside of this and move it around and be inside of the burial chamber. The door is moving with ease now. Can
I look down to see what was wedging it shut?
Not from this angle.
Alright. Hunter, I'll hold this open if you want to come and look inside.
Yeah. Hunter is going to. You don't have to hold it open. Think of a revolving door to get into a skyscraper or something.
Okay.
Yeah, think of that, except instead of 4 entrances, it only has 1. And
okay.
Instead of a right angle, it is a sphere cut out of a sphere.
Alright, so after I get it open enough, I will... Do I still have light on me?
No, it's on Ganel's book.
Okay. Then I'll pop down my goggles of night vision so I can see in there.
Alright. You push it around and revolve into the room?
Yeah.
Alright. Fireball trap goes... No, I'm kidding. How awful would that be? You push it around into the room, and you're going to see the supports on this. The first thing you're going to see is a broken stone beam on the right side of this room as you rotate into it, as whatever structure was keeping this thing locked in place is broken. You figure that you could probably with direction from this side, and if you put the spear part on the top, you could probably roll this ball out of place into the room. There's not enough space to roll it out of its hinge, but it is enough space to roll it into the room. The next thing you're going to notice in the room is there is a person in here, potentially barely alive. They are tied up. Didn't look like they were conscious, but as you study them, they are looking towards you, and their head is moving slightly. It does not look like this person has eaten in ages, as they are almost a bag of bones, if they are even like human.
But they're alive?
They are alive. There are about 6 different tombs in here, or sarcophagi.
Okay. So we can, from the side I'm on, I'm going to try to shout back to them.
Oh, they can push it into the room. You just have to direct it so they're not pushing against the frame. So if they push forward, because all they can do is push forward, you can push it to the side. So if they push forward, you can direct it to the side. If they push forward, they're going to be pushing against the the left frame of the room.
Okay.
And be like, if this is a bird's eye view of it. Oh, whoa. Here we go. If this is like a bird's eye view of the room, oh, that's still a bad drawing. It was shaped kind of like this. You can stand here and push it that way. Everybody pulled on it this way to rotate it. But they can push directly into it. This frame right here that was holding it in is broken. That was the one you guys broke as you were rotating it.
Okay. So, but can they hear me? Oh. Can they hear me if I were to call out to them?
That's a good question. Let's see. As you scream from the other side of the room, Hunter is going to hear you, and he's going to shout, "Speak up." And he's going to make an active perception check to try and make out what you're saying.
Okay. Go ahead and start trying to push it. It should be easier now. I can direct it from this side.
And Hunter's going to say, "Huh?" And you're going to hear Ganil shout, "I think he said push!" They will begin pushing. If everybody pushes their weight, you're going to be able to move this thing out of place. You guys are in a catacombs. You see the aforementioned thing. As you push this thing out of place, Wend is going to rush inside of here. And the tied up person is... Oof. I need to look at something real quick. I'm sorry. The tied up person is going to say,
yes.
And again, he's gonna say,
Ganel, we should see if he's okay. Or, maybe you should, Mud.
If Mud doesn't approach him, Ginil is going to step timidly forward. If you're speaking, Shelby, your mic might be muted.
Oh no, I'm sorry. I'm still just waiting for the door. Did the door actually come open?
Yeah, they push the spear inside the room out of place. The party,
Okay.
enters into the room.
Oh, okay. Then yes, I would approach.
Okay.
And I'd be like, "What the tarnation is this?"
Stepping closer to the man, he's going to say, trapped.
I can see you were trapped. Is he Terra? Can I tell if he's Terra?
Inspecting him, he is breathing. Something most Terrai only do out of reflex or if they want to.
Then I'm gonna give him some provisions to,
Okay.
like something to drink and something.
As you try and shove the water in his mouth or any food, he's gonna like be shaking his head in his shackles and say, "No, I'm trapped. It's trapped." As you do that, stepping behind the party, the woman you saw from earlier is going to say, "I'd appreciate it if you could leave my prisoner alone." As she begins conjuring a spell, the two necromancers are with her also. How about we get ready to roll some initiative?
I thought we were done with you.
Let's see. Oh my god, we haven't set up Group F's battle grid. So I'm gonna need everybody to ignore, I think it's the scene of Morgan's lover dying.
Yay!
Go to
Rob, I know you listen to these, so yay!
Oh, no, I am actually a good DM, and I did clear it out and put everybody on here. Cool. Shelby, I'm gonna put your mount on here, as you can use your action to make a handle animal check to have it attack somebody. Alright. So, let us shape out this room. I'm gonna move everybody... Oh, you know what? I'm actually super smart, and I'm gonna draw on the map layer like a good GM. Alright. And nothing. And our sarcophagi. Imagine this one is diagonal. It's actually gonna bug me if it's not. Boom. Please, I just want to move you. Alright. Is that 6? That is 6. Oh, I can't math. I'm gonna go back on my word and say that there were 7 sarcophagi in here for symmetry. Alright. Let us go back to the object and tokens layer. Hunter stepped into this room. Madara stepped into this room. Mud was talking to the guy chained up to the back of this room. Constance stepped in. Ganil would have been the last one in. Mud's mount in the room, and we only need El Personaroni. Well, I am gonna need some of those later. And let's go to the free assets. I need literally any person. We'll go with this guy. Tied up there, and then we will pull the boss over. And then her 2 necromancers. Alright, and each of the necromancers are going to have 3 skeletons with them. Oh, poor Paparoos. Alright, and last one's there. Alright. Let us roll initiative, so don't roll it just yet. I'm going to clear out the turn orders. If you'd select your token and then click the initiative modifier on your sheet, that will send it to the turn order for me.
Do I keep the roll that I rolled, or do you want me to roll again?
Go ahead and roll again for me. Oh, I just rolled over and saw it was a 22. You know what? That's fine. I'll add you.
I can just roll an extra one and then modify it. Oh, that works.
Yeah. 22.
Wait,
Boom.
how do
Alright.
Wait, how do I do this?
Okay. Do you have your character sheet open?
Oh,
yeah. Roll 20? Okay. So, go over to the combat grid and select your token, Constance Hawk, and click her so you got a little blue square around her. Then on your character sheet, at the top middle of your sheet, there's a area called Initiative. Click that.
Yeah, I see that.
Yep, click it, and it will roll your initiative and auto send it to the turn modifier.
Okay.
Boom. Alright.
Neat.
Felissa and necromancers. Okay. I am going to roll them. Felissa rolled a 17, and the Necromancers rolled a 15. So, things people not watching the stream don't know. Before we did this session tonight, I recapped a basic overview with the players of important NPCs and people. And I had Algoris Moonshine written down, and then pointing right to him, I had the name Felissa Fallsong, and I was like, who is that? Oh, it's probably this person. And I told them the wrong person because I hadn't met her yet. But anyways, this is who she is. And this is why they were together. So that's where that misinformation came from. And why I apologized like halfway through the session. Like I was just like, Shelby, I gotta correct that. And El Tunnel. Okay. Alright. Madara has one initiative. There is a man tied up in the back of this burial chamber. He is murmuring something to Mud as Mud is trying to give him food and like shaking his head. He is barely conscious. As Mud tries to feed him, a woman comes walking up behind you with a skeletal horde and begins casting a spell. You are first to action.
Well, you weren't invited to our festivities. Going at her with the great sword. I want to check something.
I apologize about the initiative. Nothing's going to change. She had a +2 to her.
Sorry, what?
Nothing's going to change. She had a +2 to her dexterity. So she had 19 on initiative. But still take your turn. You're still first.
Okay. I'm going to use my first... I'm going to use my action to shift.
Okay.
Which mine is the height of the bear.
Okay.
Which gives me plus to my armor. My constitution might or fire +1, so my armor class is going to raise up to 20.
Okay.
I'm going to bonus action Fighting Spirit. As a bonus action on your turn, you can give yourself advantage with an attack rolls until the end of the current turn. When you do so, you also gain 5 temporary hit points. The number of temporary hit points increases when you reach certain levels, blah 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 blah.
Okay.
So I'll give myself those 5 temporary hit points, and then I'm going to action surge. Since I used my first action to shift, I'm going to action surge so that way I can actually attack with my greatsword against her, the boss lady, Felissa,
okay.
Felissa, with advantage.
Alright, roll me an attack roll.
Yep, I'm clicking my item, not my weapon.
A 15?
20.
20 is going to hit.
Hold on. Wait, why is that 10? What? Oh, yeah, because it's a great sword. I want to check one more thing.
Alright.
Okay, I went defensive style, so it's 10 slashing damage to her.
She, your greatsword hits. She almost steps into the blow, not looking afraid of it at all. It hurts her, but doesn't seem to too much. Alright. That is your turn. It is Ginil Saphenstone's turn. Ginil Saphenstone, she is going to look panicked at this, and she's going to squeal and run away and say, "Ah!" Taking a attack of opportunity from that skeleton. It is going to roll 8 plus 3, 11 versus her AC. Is going to miss as she runs. She holds up her holy symbol in the side of the room, and she is going to cast Bless. Blessing Constance, Hunter, and Madara. You guys can add a d4 to all of your rolls. She is going to move and hide behind a sarcophagus. That is her turn. It is... Oh, it's Felicia's turn. God, at Ganil, she's gonna be... she's gonna say, Cleric? Damn, I hate clerics. And... she is out of sight on her. She's going to say, she's going to look back at her, she triggers an attack of opportunity from you, and she's going to turn and point into the room and say, head in there, kill them all, leave Algoris alive. And she cast a hold person on Madara. That 15 hits, dealing damage.
Well, that is 15 damage.
Yep. Yeah, that's what I meant. The 20 hits. She casts hold person on you.
Okay.
DC 13, charisma or wisdom saving throw.
I wish it was charisma. Oh, I don't even need the bless.
Alright, you are not affected by a hold person. On
Madara's just gonna point it or hold up a finger and go,
the casters use their bonus action to command the skeletons. This one, let's see. It's gonna move here, around you, and it is going to attack with advantage. Rolling 2d20 plus 3 and a nat 20. It is going to hit. I actually need to see. I'm pretty sure a skeleton's slam attack does d6. You know, I think in all the times that I have used base skeletons... Oh, it is a short sword slashing damage. Out of the times I've thrown undead at you guys, I've never used base skeletons out of the player's handbook. Let's see. 1d6 plus 2 piercing damage. It is going to deal 5 points of piercing damage to you. The second... Oh, it crit. I'm going to roll one more d6. It deals 11 points of piercing damage to you. The second skeleton is... Oh, I've got too many there. The second skeleton is going to attack you. Rolling a 15 plus 3 is going to be... Oh, 15 plus 4 is going to be a 19.
Misses, because with my beast form, my AC is now 20.
Okay. Oh, missed by 1. This one moves on that bonus action too, when it was commanded. And it is going to move up and attack you. Attacking without advantage. Rolling a 10 plus 3, or plus 4 is going to be 14, and it misses. The second necromancer is also... Well, I'm going to finish this one's turn completely, and then I'll move to the other one. Oof. Well, we can't cast Burning Hands, because that's going to kill all of her skeletons. Don't want to worry about hold person, because that's not going to do any good. Alright, we're going to go with the tried and true for caster 1. Cast magic missiles on Madara? Yeah. 3d4 plus 3. Madara takes 13 points of force damage. The second one is going to bonus action command her skeletons to attack Constance. And they're not going to have the range. Oh, only one will be able to attack with advantage. Alright, first attack is going to be 8 plus 4 versus Constance AC, 12 versus Constance AC.
Nope.
Second attack is 15 versus Constance AC. And,
That hits.
alright, the third is going to be a 19 versus your AC. Alright, you take 2d6 plus 4 piercing damage from all the attacks in total. You take 12 points of piercing damage, and the other one is... gonna cast... Wait, hold up. She might have sight on Ganil. She is going to have 3/4 cover relative to her, but if she steps forward, that's only half cover. Oops, sorry about that. She's gonna cast Witch's Bolt on Ganil and try and break the Bless. And I just need to check if Witch's Bolt is an attack or a save.
I believe it's attack.
Believe so too. Witch's Bolt, make a ranged attack. She rolls at 10 plus 5 is going to be 15 versus Ganil's AC, which is not going to touch with the with her AC or the half cover. The Witch's Bolt zaps into the stone behind Ganil, her ducking behind it. The caster swears. That is all of their turn. It is Constance's turn. You are surrounded by skeletons. What would you like to do? Hunter on deck, and then Mud afterwards. Melissa, are you there? Your mic's muted if you're talking. Okay, while we wait for you to unmute your mic.
Sorry.
Oh, okay.
I forgot I muted that. My bad.
Okay.
I was talking and I forgot I muted it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was just going to take Hunter's turn. Oh, what would you like to do?
Okay, first of all, I want to take my bonus action and rage.
Boom! Done.
Yeah. Alright. Now I'm gonna stab that one to my right.
Okay.
I have advantage, cause
I'm gonna ping it. This one.
Which one?
The one I'm pinging, straight south of you.
No, the one to my, that one,
right
yeah.
there? Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't, know what direction you assumed Constance was facing, so I was like, right, okay. You don't have advantage on it, but it is just a skeleton, so believe in yourself and live your dreams.
Alright.
A wise woman once said the important thing is not what they think of me, but what I think of them.
How's the 23 sound?
That is going to hit. Roll damage.
Oh boy. Oh, I forgot I can add my 1d4 to that, but I'm not going to. I don't need to. How do I do damage?
Just click the word longsword in the chat.
Yeah, in the chat log. There you go.
Okay.
Alright, 13 points of piercing damage on this poor little skeleton! He's dead.
14.
Yay!
Alright. The first kill of the campaign. How do you kill him?
I just stab it in its head, like its skull, and just knock it fucking flying. Yeet the skull!
Ganel's gonna, like, peek over the, sarcophagus and say, "It's a sword, not a baseball bat!" I'm kidding. Alright. That is Constance's turn. It is Hunter's turn. Hunter is going to do the thing you should always do, when you encounter a new enemy, and he is going to roll a survival check to learn information about it, and is going to look at the one Constance just killed and say, "If these are just regular skeletons, bludgeon them to death." And he's going to say, "Their bones are brittle." And he doesn't have a weapon that deals bludgeoning damage. He spent his action on that. He's going to pull out a dagger and flank with that is casting time and action. Okay. Yeah, he's going to pull out his dagger and flank with Constance, providing her advantage. He has told
He's
you...
actually double flanking.
Yeah, he's told you that skeletons are vulnerable to bludgeoning damage. And immune to poison, and immune to the conditions exhaustion and being poisoned. That said, it is Mud's turn.
Can I actually get a line of sight to the casters in the back?
You can get a line of sight to the two necromancers, but you cannot get a line of sight to Felissa.
Okay, to the one be on the line with Medora, Anthony's character.
Okay.
I am going to shoot Witch's Bolt at it.
Hey, the other one just tried that. Roll me an attack roll versus their AC. They came ready for battle.
Let me figure out what my pluses are, Brandon. I'm sorry. That's a 17.
A 17. That is going to hit. Roll damage. Um, 11 points of damage on the first one. That witch's bolt is going to slam into her, zipping by Hunter, the skeleton, through Madara's legs, over the other one, and then just finding a line and connecting with the mage number 1. That's what I'm going to designate her. That is the first damage she has taken. Where was I? Okay, yeah, I'm sorry. I've completely lost my damage sheet for a second. I was just like, I know somebody else took damage. Alright. That is Mud's turn, and it is the top of the round back to Madara.
Okay. I will use my bonus action to second Vin.
Okay.
So 1d10 plus 4. That's not good. Great. That is better than nothing, I guess. And I guess I will attack Skelly Boy right here, since I got a flank with Hunter.
Alright, roll me an attack roll.
14.
14 is going to hit its AC. Roll damage. 12 points of slashing damage. This skeleton is very bloody. I'm going to record that. Alright. Can you, well, you already used your bonus action. That is your turn. Let's see, Ganil's turn. What else does she got? Ganil, Sap and Stone, and she's going to... Is Madara bloody?
Not yet, but that's probably about to start.
Alright. She will actually cast Sacred Flame on that one.
Constance is bloody.
A little bit.
Oh, Constance is bloodied? Okay. Well, I already said her action, but I'm going to just 50-50 it. Well, no, she would heal if she saw you were bloodied. She's going to cast a Healing Word on Constance, and you regain 1 D4 plus her Wisdom modifier plus 2. You regain 3 hit points, and she also restores an additional 5, I believe. Oh,
Okay.
wait, I was looking at the wrong thing. So you actually regain 1 more additional hit point, so 4, and then her Disciple of Life, starting at first level, whenever you use the first level or higher to restore hit points, you restore an additional hit points equal to 1 plus the spell's level. So the total amount of health you get back is going to be 7.
Okay.
Alright.
I'll, give her a thumbs up.
That's not bad, actually.
Yeah.
And Ganil is going to say, yeah, just don't die, kill all those skeletons. And Rose still is able to do Sacred Flame, because that's a bonus action, on the skeleton Anthony attack. I rolled the save before, but since I didn't call it out and I changed the action, I didn't keep it. It rolled a 4, and the new save is a 3, and both of them fail. It dies. This one explodes in radiant damage.
Go hide.
She goes back behind the sarcophagi. Felissa, on her turn, bonus action, cast Missy Step. And I believe that is 30 feet. Yeah, and she is going to say stop. And she is going to... Oh, wow. My bad. Well, that's just a butt. Her multi-attack is with range weapons, so she's only got 1 melee attack. She makes a life drain attack at Ganil. Let's see. A 16 is going to touch her AC because she does not have cover relative and she doesn't have her shield out. And she has to make a Constitution saving throw. Sorry, had to learn how to read. She is going to fail that, and she is going to take 10 points of necrotic damage, and her maximum HP becomes 18. You see Felissa teleport into the room, pull back a hand clothed in green necrotic energy, and grab Ganil's neck. She saps the life force out of Ganil before Ganil's able to pull away. It is the Necromancer's turn. This one has 2 skeletons left, as does the other. It uses its bonus action to command the skeletons to attack. One steps there and is going to attack with advantage. Rolling an 18 plus 4. Oh, thank God for the advantage. The other one's a nat 1. 22 versus your AC is going to hit. I'm just going to roll the die in front of me so I can do this faster since I don't have them. 4 plus 2 is going to be 6 points of piercing damage. And then it is going to... Oh, God. If it steps aside, it flanks in any direction. Alright, it stays there. Or it gets flanked in any direction. Alright, the other skeleton is attacking on that same bonus action. And is going to roll with advantage. Rolling a 7 plus 4 is going to be 11 and miss. That is that one's turn. This one is going to... I don't believe Witch's Bolt cancels if you lose line of sight of them.
Nope, it doesn't. It's great.
Alright. Well, it is a concentration spell. So when in doubt, do the same thing. Witch's Bolt's back at you for 15 plus 5 is going to be 20 versus your AC.
Yeah, that hits.
Alright, it does a d12 of damage and give me a concentration check. It's a constitution save, trying to beat DC 10. You take 8 points of lightning damage. She is now concentrating on Witch's Bolt. This one is going to command her skeletons to attack Constance with a bonus action. Rolling a 14 versus Constance's AC is going to miss. And a 20 versus Constance's AC is going to hit. It deals... the second skeleton deals 14 points of bludgeoning damage to you.
Ooh.
Are you raging?
Yes.
So it's cut in half.
Oh. Oh. Alright, 627.
I did miss something. I did not roll the constitution check for Ganil on her bless. She maintains concentration on bless. That said,
I need to roll a concentration if you attacked me.
Yes. Give me one. It's DC 10. That said, this last mage, she's She's gonna go with a magic missile spell, burning her second first level slot, dealing 2d4 plus 2 at Madara and the third one at Constance. Madara takes 5 points of damage and Constance takes 5 points of damage.
Woo. That's cool.
And looking at Mud, she's gonna just kind of like step back of just like, my skeletons are starting to die. That is her turn. It is Constance's turn. Hunter on deck, Mud on the follow-up.
Great, so take a wild guess what I'm gonna do.
Punch old skeleton boy that you're flanking.
Yeah.
All
Let's
right.
go.
Roll me an attack roll.
Yeah.
That is going to hit. You have advantage. Roll one more time just to see if you crit.
Okay. Sorry, I forgot.
Oh, you're fine. All right. It hits. Roll me damage. Shelby, what was the result? Oh, 16. You maintain concentration on Witch's Bolt. You deal 8 points of bludgeoning damage to this skeleton, and it is still, or piercing damage. It is still alive.
Yeah.
All right. That is your turn. Hunter is going to. He's just got his dagger at 2 damage. No, that thing does more than 2 damage. Bonus action, he's going to cast Hunter's Mark on the one below him. And he is going to take the butt end of his dagger and make an attack roll with it. And that is going to hit, and he is going to deal 1 point of damage for an improvised weapon, plus 1d6 from his Hunter's Mark, plus 1 from his Strength modifier. He deals 3 points of... Wow! Alright, he deals 3 points of bludgeoning damage. The skeleton is vulnerable to bludgeoning damage, and it takes 6. Alright. Skeleton is not bloodied. Skeleton is bloodied. And by bloodied, I mean crumbling, dust falling off of them. That is his turn, and it is...
He attacked the one that was... I attacked, right?
He attacked this one right here.
Okay, because I thought it was already bloodied.
Yeah, you reduced it to... You reduced it to 1 HP. Ganil killed it with a Sacred Flame. Another one stepped into its place.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
Alright, it is Mud's turn. You still have concentration on your Witch's Bolt if you want to use it again.
I do.
Alright, roll me a
It
d12
takes
of
7.
damage. 7? That mage is bloodied.
Was it the one who cast Witch Bolt, Abby?
Yes, it is. Oh, it's got to make a Constitution saving throw. It rolls a 9, and I don't think they have a bonus to con. It is going to lose concentration on Witch's Bolt. This one has lost concentration on Witch's Bolt. Alright, that is Mud's turn. Top of the round, Madara's turn.
Bonus action, I'm going to use Fighting Spirit again.
Okay.
Give myself another 5 temporary hit points. This needs to end. I'm gonna move here, so this skeleton here gets an attack.
Okay. He will take that attack on you, and he has advantage when you step out of his range. He rolls a 14 plus 4. It's going to be 18 versus your AC.
Miss.
Alright, he misses.
And since I have Fighting Spirit, I have advantage on this attack.
You also are still affected by Bless.
Yep. So I'm attacking the Magic Caster.
That one is bloodied that you're attacking. Ooh, 23 is going to hit. Roll damage.
No, just because I can.
27 is not going to hit. They actually have a feat that if you deal more than 25... No, I'm kidding.
Oh, that was a crap roll.
7, let's see, was at 18 plus... is going to be 25 points of damage that you know it's taken. It is still alive. They are still alive.
Well, he has to make at least make a concentration check.
Oh, he lost Witch's Bolt. He lost Witch's Bolt on the last one.
Oh, okay.
Alright. He is extremely bloodied. That's kind of funny. Alright, it is Ganil's turn. Ganil is going to use her action for a channel divinity. Let's see. Must make a wisdom saving throw. Within 30 feet of you. Alright. She is going to turn these three. Does it have to see or hear? Or hear. So she's going to turn 4 of the enemies.
Just couldn't slip around her to try to get we'll stay in her melee range.
I mean, she can, but she's not a fighter. She wouldn't think about that.
Yeah, that's fair.
So the boss rolls a 4 before bonuses. That's going to fail. The first skeleton rolls a 2 before bonuses. That's going to fail. Rolling this skeleton right here rolls a 3 is going to fail. And the other one's going to nat 20. Its master's in danger. How is it going to flee? They have to use their actions to move as far away from Ganil as possible. Alright, that is Ganil's turn. It is Felissa's turn. You see her sapping the life out of Ganil, and then Ganil presents her holy symbol. Felissa raises her hand to her face, shielding her eyes, hissing and running away. She takes the dash action out of the chamber. Hunter is entitled to... Say it again?
She runs by me?
Yeah, Hunter is going to take a attack as he is armed. He does not have advantage, and the 16 is going to touch her AC.
Do I get an attack as well?
You do. She has to... Wait, give me 1 second. Let's see. It can't willingly move to a space within 40 feet of you. Okay, yeah, you do. The 10 is not going to hit it.
No, I know I didn't hit.
Hunter rolls 1d4 plus 2 and deals 4 points of slashing damage to the boss. Alright. And she is going to say, let's clean this up. That's not going to last. That's Ganil's turn, the boss's turn. The Necromancer, God, is it even worth her bonus action? Well, yeah, it is, because the Necromancer is armed with a staff in hand. Is going to, bonus action, tell her skeleton to flank.
Did that skeleton fail its...
No, that one passed.
That's the one that passed? Okay.
Yes. This skeleton rolls an 18 plus 4 is going to be a 22 versus your AC.
That'll hit.
And it deals 6 points of piercing damage to you. This skeleton burns its action, dashing out of the room. Let's see. Ooh, one first level spell remaining. Oh god, she's still affected by Witch's Bolt. She can't take the dodge action. She's gonna use her last first level spell slot to shoot magic missiles. 2 at Madara and 1 at Mud. Mud, give me a concentration check versus DC 10. Alright, Madara is going to take 6 points of magical force damage, and Mud takes 2. That is her turn. The second one's going to use its bonus action to command this one to attack Constance. This one takes the dash action fleeing. Constance and Hunter are entitled to a attack of opportunity. Only
Hunter already used his.
Yeah, Hunter does not have a reaction.
I do.
Alright, believe in yourself. You have advantage. Roll me one more.
I have advantage?
You do.
Oh shit. There we go.
I'm sorry, I lied to you. You did not.
I don't have advantage.
You did not, because the square it left your reach at would have been right there.
Okay.
Yeah, you don't have advantage. That's 7. I'm gonna roll you a critical fail.
Oh boy.
Less than 20%. Oof, 17. You're going to swing at the skeleton, like just full out battering swing at it, and Hunter is going to be in the path of it, like he just attacked the boss, and he's turning around. It's like, let's kill this guy, and just like the sword at his face, he ducks out of the way. Roll me damage. You deal half to him.
Okay.
Of just Hunter is going to take 6 points of slashing damage, dodging out of the way of your sword. All right. That is your turn. It is Hunter's turn. Oh wait. No, that wasn't your turn. That was your reaction. It's still the mage's turn. So,
wait, didn't one of the skeletons attack me?
Yeah, it is about to attack you. That's what was happening. Alright. It is going to be a 15 versus your AC. Oh, no. I'm re-rolling that. It doesn't have advantage anymore. It is going to be a 15 versus your AC.
That does hit.
Alright. It deals a d6 plus 2. Deals 3 points of piercing damage. You take 2.
Ooh.
Alright, that is the bonus action, and she has one more spell slot. She is going to raise her staff to Madara and say, "Why won't you die?" And make a, she can't cast Witch's Bolt. She's gonna cast 3 instances of magic missiles praying. She deals 12 points of magical force damage to Madara.
Oh yeah, that drops me.
Alright, 3 missiles.
I was at 5.
Okay, the first 2 are going to drop you. She'll direct the last one at Hunter, dealing 5 points to him. Well, actually, she has to designate all the targets when she casts the spell. So all of them hit your body. You are at 0. You'll roll death saving throws on your turn. Let's see. That's the mage's turn. It's Constance's turn. You see Madara surrounded by necromancers and skeletons.
Ooh, I'm gonna stab the guy next to me, because that's...
Okay, roll me an attack
That's what
roll.
I got. Alright.
23 is going to hit.
Woo! Okay, so that's 8. Yeah.
So, can I tell you something real quick?
Mm-hmm.
So you saw Hunter use the blunt end of his weapon. If you were to use your weapon as an improvised weapon, it would deal 1 point of bludgeoning damage, plus your strength modifier, which is 4, plus your rage damage, which is 3, for a total minimum damage of 8. And if it's bludgeoning, they're vulnerable to it, so your minimum damage would be 16.
Oh.
If you were to just bash this thing's skull in. I will allow you to designate that, because you can use any weapon you'd like as an improvised weapon.
Yeah, let's do that.
Alright, so hitting it with the blunt side of your weapon kills it, rather than stabbing it. bashing the skeleton to death is much more effective.
Yeah.
It is vulnerable to bludgeoning damage. You kill a second skeleton. How do you do so?
I take like the flat part of my longsword and I like bring it down on its head and just like slam it through.
All right, and it crumbles. All right, that is. You can still move if you'd like.
Yeah, can I move up to where Madara is?
Yes, Madara is down.
Okay, yeah, move to there.
Okay. That is your turn. It is Hunter's turn. Hunter is going to pull out his heavy crossbow and aim bonus action, move his Hunter's Mark to this creature and shoot at it. He does not have advantage. I'm only taking the first one. Is going to hit, and he is going to ka-thunk this thing through the chest, dealing 11 points of piercing damage. This caster dies as it moves like 5 feet and is, knocked from the impact onto her back. That is Hunter's turn. It is Mud's turn.
So the one I was witching bolt died.
Yes.
Okay. Then what I'm going to do then is I am going to I think I'll do Eldritch Blast at the other.
Okay. Roll me an attack roll. While you roll that attack roll, Madara on deck, give me a death saving throw. On a 20, you get up. On a 1, yeah, you have to make a range attack with Eldritch Blast. Go ahead and give me that death saving throw from Madara. Alright, you have 1 failure. Ganil is... I'm gonna wait on that attack from Shelby. That 17 is gonna hit. Roll damage. 1d10, and then if you have the invocation, you can add your charisma to it.
I do not.
Okay. Alright, you deal 8 points of damage to this mage. I have that recorded as the first damage this mage has taken. Alright, 8. Ganil is going to move through the chamber, seeing all the skeletons either fleeing or dead. The skeleton, this skeleton falls unconscious as it was being animated by this one's magic. She is... Let's see. Well, she moves there. She's actually going to move here, and I believe she has Cure Wounds always prepared. And she's going to cast Cure Wounds in a 2nd level slot. That's beautiful. Healing 7 plus 5... Or 7 plus 4 is going to be 11 points of health. Madara regains 11 points of health and will be conscious on her next turn. As she does, she looks around at the remaining skeleton, and she's going to pull out her mace, and she's going to be threatening this thing. So if anybody wants to flank with her, they can. She's not going to move any closer. That is her turn. It's Felicia's turn. As Ganil moves closer, Felicia runs away again. She is still feared. Alright, that is, her turn. It is... the last mage's turn. Out of, spell slots... Yeah. Alright, let's go... Let's go with, Oh, there's no, enemy within 5 feet of her. Haha! All of the, cantrips are ranged attacks, and, she does not have disadvantage on using them because Madara is conscious. So, she does have disadvantage on the attack roll.
Only if she attacks Madara with it.
No, she has disadvantage when she makes a range attack when an enemy is within 5 feet of her. That's just 5th edition rules. You can't shoot something with somebody next to you. Because imagine like her trying to aim like a bow and just like an enemy like taking the bow and like pushing it up. Like, you know, you can't shoot my friend, stop! And that was basically what happened. She points her finger at somebody and Madara's just like, hey, stop! Trying to mess up her cast. So she is going to attack with nothing but... she doesn't have a cantrip that doesn't have disadvantage. So... aiming at Ganil. She casts Firebolt. Rolls a 4 and a 4. And she is going to miss a Firebolt zipping past Ganil. And I feel like the better action would have been the dodge action. Oh well. That's her turn. Oh, she's got a bonus action to command the skeleton. Skeleton is gonna bonus action attack Ganil. It rolls a 14 versus her AC, misses. That is its turn. It is Constance's turn.
Alright. I'm gonna smack the skeleton in front of me.
Alright, you use the blending
And I'm gonna use the... yeah.
Alright, roll me an attack roll.
Ooh,
If you hit, you kill it. You do not have advantage.
Okay. How's a 12?
A 12 is not gonna hit this thing. This skeleton is gonna, like, see you come down with this, and it is gonna bring up its short sword and just barely parry that attack. Your sword sliding down against it. This skeleton will defend its master to its final, not breath. It is Hunter's turn. Oh, wait, that's me. Hunter is going to bonus action target the caster and cast shoot a crossbow bolt at it. Kathunking it. Wow, this is rolling super low. Or no, it's not. He just doesn't have a huge bonus to it yet. Okay. Oh, he's got Monster Slayer. Okay. I did not know that. That's my bad. Okay, so I was just like, why is he dealing so little damage? Alright, so bonus action, he puts the Hunter's Mark on it and deals an additional d6 of damage, dealing 10 points of piercing damage on this mage right here. It takes it and it is bloodied. I have it recorded as taking 18 points of damage. That is his turn, and it is Mud's turn.
I'm gonna shoot him with an Eldritch Bolt.
Okay.
The Necromancer.
Roll me another attack roll. That hits, roll me damage. Madara, give me another death saving throw because... just because. No, I'm kidding. You're fine on the death saving throw. 14. I have it recorded taking 22 points of damage. You guys know the last one died somewhere between 25 and 35 points of damage. Alright. It is Madara's turn.
I'm also going to move near my cat.
Okay. I'm going to stand up. Which, since I have Athlete, only uses 5 feet of my movement.
Okay.
So I'm going to stand up. I'm going to use my last fighting spirit. Because, you know, anger. Come on, Paige. And I'm going to attack the Necromancer.
Alright. Roll me damage.
Well, I have to try to hit him.
I'm sorry. Roll me an attack roll. I read the 18 as an attack.
Oh my god,
that is not going to hit. They have mage armor up.
What the fuck?
Alright. That is Madara's turn. It is Ginil's turn. Ginil has... Oh, did you use the bless? She has maintained concentration on that this whole time. I was just thinking, I was like, is she going to drop bless?
13.
13 does not hit. 15 would have hit. That's why I was asking. Alright. She's going to... I feel like her play here is to keep healing. Nah, you guys are fine. She's going to cast Sacred Flame on L Skeleton number 1. It rolls a 7 and has no bonus to its Wisdom. And it is going to fail that check. And I think it's just 1d8 of damage for Sacred Flame. Deals 1 point of radiant damage. That skeleton is tanking. That is, well, she's got a bonus action, but I think she's gonna save that. Yeah. That's Ganil's turn, and she is going to move 5, 10. To flank with Madara on this skeleton. She has a mace in her hand, and she's using her other hand for spell casting. She is threatening this thing. It is Felicia's turn. She takes another dash action out of the view of the party. It is the mage's turn. Oof. Oof. Big oof. Big oof. And she is going to say, I will see our savior on the bridge. For Olivia's name I give my life. And she's going to go down fighting. Guys, would you believe me if I told you Poison Spray is not an attack roll?
I think I knew that.
I did not. Give me a dexterity saving throw for poison splash on Ginil and Constance.
Woo!
All right. Ginil rolled a 1.
You have danger sense.
Oh. Fuck yeah, you're right.
At level 4?
I think so. I think it's a level 2 ability.
Hold on. I do have it. It is level 2.
Poison sprays one person. It is, she's going to target Ganil with it. Ganil fails that Constitution saving throw and takes 1d12 of damage. She deals 5 points of poison damage to Ganil. Ganil begins coughing, and she is very bloodied. Alright. Oh! She uses her bonus action! And says, kill that damn cleric! The skeleton is going to roll a 3, and is unable to drop Ganil. So close, but yet so far. And 7 versus her AC is not going to hit. It is Felicia's turn. Mage took their turn. Constance's turn.
Yeah. I'm gonna smack the skeleton with the flat part of my sword.
Alright.
How's 24 sound?
Alright. Go ahead and hit him with that handle. Wait, yeah. It's minimum damage kills it. And you only deal 16 points of bludgeoning damage. The skeleton drops. It is Hunter's turn. Hunter makes an attack roll at the target. He's going to add the blessed die to that. The first one's the only one that counts. The 13 is going to miss. Alright, that's his turn. It is Mud's turn. The mage is very bloody.
Eldritch blasted.
Can you deal 5 points of damage with that, Shelby? It hits. Roll damage. Alright, your Eldritch Blast strikes through him. How do you kill her?
Right through the chest.
Alright.
Rips through.
Her other skeleton that was feared falls as the animation drops on it. Alright. Genil is going to say... well, it's the top of the round. It's actually Madara's turn.
Do we pursue?
Genil is going to say, it lapses after about a minute. If she's smart, she's going to run. I think we get the hostage and we get out of here.
I think we agree. Besides, her name will be shouted across as a traitor that she is.
Alright, do you guys want to exit initiative order?
Yeah.
Alright. Well done. You guys survived Felicia's trap and onslaught. Barely. I think Madara and Constance and Ganil are all like a attack roll away from dropping.
After I got back up, I was fine, actually.
I think I'm okay.
I actually was kind of a wuss and stayed by.
Yeah.
I just rage spelled it, but
Ganil,
I was doing a lot of damage just with Witch's Bolt.
Ganil, as she, is dripping with blood, is gonna just, like, thumbs up and is like, I'm good too! Easy!
Madara's gonna put a shoulder on her hand. A hand on her shoulder. Fix yourself up, young one. We don't need, you going down on us on our way out.
Ganil is going to... Why is this not rolling? Oh, it's asking what level.
Yeah, I kind of want to see that shoulder on the hand thing.
Shut up!
Alright,
It's like, here, catch me.
As you guys are untying this hostage, Ganil starts drawing a prayer circle in the middle of the room, and she's going to cast Prayer of Healing. it takes 10 minutes for her to cast, and everybody will regain 10 HP. Or no, I'm sorry, everybody's going to regain 14 because of her feat. That said...
14?
Yeah, after 10 minutes. We are going to roleplay this out, and then whenever 10 minutes passes in the roleplay is when her spell will go off. The man at the end of the room, the starved and chained up one, is going to look up to Mud, and he is going to say, "How many days have I been here?"
Who are you?
And he's through like a raspy voice, he's going to say, "Algoris, Moonshine."
This is one of our queries. Yes?
Hunter is gonna nod and say one, bringing his crossbow to the man's face and say... And
Madaris is gonna lift her sword up in front of his face and just gently use it to push the crossbow down.
And Hunter, like, as he's doing it, is gonna say, "Where's the girl?" The man's gonna just cough and be like, "They moved her, what seems like centuries ago."
You've been missing for, how long is it now, Mud? A week?
I believe so.
He's gonna nod and say, "The chains, if you will."
I have a more practical idea. And, yeah, Madara's gonna literally just pick him up. Is he chained to the wall, or is he just chained?
He's chained to the sarcophagus.
Alright, she's gonna...
The chains are wrapped around the sarcophagus. They're tight enough, though, that without pulling off the top of it, you can't slip them up, over the sarcophagus.
Alright, she will, remove the top of the sarcophagus.
Alright. A mummy lord gets up and No, I'm kidding. It is in poor taste, but moving the top of this sarcophagus aside, it is going to be a heavy endeavor. If you just want to take like a minute or 2 minutes to do it, you don't have to roll a check. If you want to do it quickly, that's where the check comes in. Inside of the sarcophagus, though, you're going to find a myriad of sparkling gemstones decorating a dead body. You can add 7 gemstones to your inventory. You are unsure of their value, but they can probably be traded for gold or traded for goods. Yeah, you do move the sarcophagus aside, and you can move these chains up. You can add 30 feet of chain to your inventory too if you want. Well, no, it's still tied or stuck to his shackles.
Well, that's good, because that's where it's staying.
Mm-hmm.
And Madara's just gonna pick him up onto her shoulders. I doubt he's in enough condition to fight too much and way too much.
Yeah, he's barely alive. Doesn't look like he's been fed in weeks. Or not weeks, I'm sorry, days.
We have some questions for you with the what is his name again? Mud, the one who sent us on our mission.
I don't remember.
Relistrate Cachero hired any adventurers to hunt down the Olivenrai, as they are being annoying, pestering flies around the fortress. And then Path Captain Risalix was the one who told you there might be corruption inside of the ranks of the fortress. And that he has came from the New Alilland on the orders of the Empress here.
The pack captain has sent us to retrieve you. So you'll be coming with us.
And he's gonna say, Captain Softtooth? I did nothing against her daughter.
Not her, the new pack captain.
And he is going to nod. Well, it's on your shoulder. He's just gonna go, just exhaling. All right. Carrying him through the tunnels. There is going to be the one guard that Mud had stationed at this thing, or stationed at this entrance. He's going to salute to Mud as you guys come walking out, and he's going to say,
we were there to get the hit points back, right? Long enough?
Oh, yeah. Waiting the 10 minutes, everybody regains 14 HP.
Woo! No longer bloody.
Genil goes back up to 18, as is her maximum hit points currently. Because of the
for a level. Yeah.
Yeah, she lost 10. That's why when she took additional damage, it was just like, ooh. Ain't got much of that.
I will say, Brandon, I'm going to shift back to my normal form as we're traveling through the tunnels.
Okay.
Because it doesn't say if I go unconscious, it shifts me back automatically, so I guess that would be up to you.
Yeah, you would go back. You want to be able to, like, I imagine it's like straining a muscle of, like flexing. And if you're unconscious, you're not able to keep that flex going. All right. Bringing this man. Oh, walking up. The scout is gonna salute to Mud and say, Sir. God, what would her name be? Milfier. Milfier. Felissa or Milfier Felsong called for us to inspect the tunnels deeper. She said she was alerted to danger. She took her men, but I remember you said you wanted this exit guarded, so I stayed. She went out screaming, but her other two casters never came with her.
They be dead. She's a traitor to the crown and the Empress.
She's the one that's been holding our friend here hostage.
He's gonna nod and looking around. Like there's 6 levels of this area, and maybe each level might have 24 of these tunnels or more, especially more as you get higher up. And he's gonna say, by the eternal eye, she was hiding him here. Who knows what else are in some of the unused passages. And he's gonna nod and say, I'm gonna talk to Thedali, and we'll begin searching for her as soon as possible.
And tell Fideli that his findings should go directly to the back captain and to myself.
He nods, and he's going to he's gonna move, and then he's gonna say, "Do you still want this passage guarded?" pointing down.
No, Mud's gonna be like, please do, please attend to that. The passage can wait for right now.
He runs into the underchambers of Fort Dale Watch. Where do you guys want to head?
We want to see the pack captain with kind of shifting him on her shoulder. Yes.
All right. Oh, I'm sorry.
No, that was it. I was just making sure that's what our plan was.
Makes sense.
Hunter shoots you in the knee and then agrees. I'm kidding. Alright, so heading into the Path Captain's office through the fortress, he's going to have several more of these maps of the paths and all these winding tunnels up. He was looking at one large one when you guys originally saw him. It looks now like he's got about 6. Is he gonna be able to have that type of paper? I'm gonna roll a luxury die for him. 76, yeah. He's gonna have a thin vellum, and you're gonna see 2 of these maps are like overlaid onto each other. Potentially, each of these might be the different layers of the paths underneath the fortress. Stepping into his office, he is going to turn, see you guys with Algoris, and he's going to say, Algoris, it's been a while. You don't look well, my friend. Do you guys want to say anything?
We found him. We have much news.
We should get him something to eat. He might not survive much longer without food and water.
All right. And I think that's a good place to end for the night. Is that fine with everybody?
Yeah, I just wanted to make it known that the lady is a traitor to the pack captain.
Okay, how do you phrase it?
She's a traitor.
Who's she?
Do I know the lady's name? I remember.
Yeah, he
I was told the lady's name.
Yeah, he
I
told you it was Felissa Fallsong.
Felissa who?
Fallsong.
Fallsong. Felissa Fallsong is a traitor. She attacked me and my party with 2 of her ilk. They lay dead, but she managed to escape.
She's the one who kidnapped him and was holding him hostage in the tunnels.
And that was her title. I'm sorry, her title wasn't Milfier. It was Atrium Attendant. And he's gonna say Atrium Attendant Fallsong?
Yes.
He shakes his head and says, she's a part of the Empress's court. Well, at least that gives us an eye at who to suspect for the rest of this. And we will end there. I feel like that's a good spot to end.
Yeah, that feels like a good spot.
Alright. Good job winning combat tonight. I'm not going to give you guys EXP for defeating Felissa, as she is still out there. But you guys did survive. You killed a butt ton of skeletons. 6 skeletons.
Yeah, we did.
In particular. You killed 2 mages. Let's see. Those skeletons were they 50 or 100 each? Or 50 or 25. I think they're 25 each. The skeleton is 50 experience each. Alright. So it's 300 for them. Alright, and you guys rescued Algoris. Only the mages each had AoE, but it would have killed all of their skeletons. That would have been how Algoris died if you guys like brought the fight on top of him. You got your loot, rescued Algoris, and the Empress's court. So I'm gonna give you guys what's 700 divided by how many of you were there? Hunter, Ganil, Constance, Madara, and Mud. Algoris didn't participate, so 700 divided by 5. I'm sorry I'm mathing so slow tonight. It's not really complicated math, but my brain is just
140.
Alright, 140. I'm going to give you 100 for rescuing Algoris. 100 for identifying the members of the Empress Court that were causing this. And I said 100 for something else. I don't remember what it was.
I don't remember.
Yeah, I said 3 things. The last one I'm gonna say for investigating the room and putting together the clues of it. In total, that's going to be 1,000 experience for tonight's session. And we will pick up next week with Jackal's favorite thing, torture. It's just like, he was a prisoner. Still, if we shoot his knees, he'll tell us answers. Alright. Thank you, everybody, for attending, and we will be back next week at this same time.
I'm sorry, Brendan. My brain stopped working. How much XP?
Oh, wait. No, not 1,000 experience. Not 1,000. Why did I say 1,000? 300 plus 140 is 440. 440 experience.
Okay.
I said 1,000 because I was adding the combat experience for everybody.
Now I'm confused. How much for
440 experience for everybody.
Okay, thank you.
My brain had the dumps, and everybody on the stream is gonna see me add 140 plus 300 and get 1,000. Just like, what is this DM's problem? I will tell you guys, I wrote down all of the combat damage, so that was not mental math. That is fine. But you did just remind me of something. I want to give inspiration to Mud tonight for his investigation and handling this stuff. All right, and that is where we're going to end the broadcast. Thank you, everybody, for watching.